Rabbits have been here and there in my work since the beginning, but with a subtle presence, as if they were hiding. A few years ago, I made a series of sculptures called Rabbit Holes. They looked more like inside-out versions of the ones in this new series, but they were also an expression of my interest in the relationship between inside and outside. I've always been interested in the gesture of leaving traces and marks on my sculptures. Recently, I've been making pencil drawings on the heads I make, but my human heads sculptures only offer a limited amount of drawing space on the forehead or the cheeks. So I just thought that rabbits with their large ears would give me more room to draw. So the rabbits seem to have entered my work for very practical reasons.
Rabbits are mystical creatures that conjure up a wealth of connotations. They have long been symbols of fertility, desire, new life, and vulnerability. In more contemporary times, they have played a role in science. Rabbits also feature in countless myths, fables, and works of literature, such as Alice in Wonderland. In Christianity, they are linked to the resurrection. Yet they are also subterranean creatures who live underground and can sense their way in the dark.
But once my studio was full of them, it became clear to me that their presence was connected to something much deeper, psychological, even spiritual. They are the manifestations of the spirit that shows you the way inside yourself.
The works are also expressive of the many different paths towards enlightenment. Many of the sculptures include signs and symbols that reference both Eastern and Western traditions. The cast hands are a familiar presence in the artist's work, and in these sculptures we see them raised in benediction. Small crystalline dots and large circles in subtle colours reference the philosophy of the 7 chakras, each one of which is associated with a specific musical note, hence the piano keys. The multiple eyes are reminiscent of the esoteric notion of the all-seeing third eye.
These rabbit sculptures are expressions of the transition from the outside, the physical material world, to the inner space, and finally to the non-space of pure consciousness. This transition is represented as a dematerialization and even as a fragmentation of meaning, which can be scary.
Decay, regeneration, creation, metamorphosis, and transition are key themes in Altmejd's work. Neither human nor animal, these hybrid rabbit sculptures stand on the threshold of different states of being.